The sound is of aircon. Leave it. ॐ गणानां त्वा गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पता नः शृण्वन्नोतिभिस्सीदसादनम् ॐ श्री महागणपतये नमः। सरस्वत्यै नमो नित्यं भद्रकाल्ये नमो नमः। वेदान्त विद्यास्थानेभ्य एव च सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरि ओम। नमः श्री शंकरानंद गुरुपादाम्बुजन्मने सविलास महामोह ग्राहग्रासैककर्मणे ग्राहग्रासैककर्मणे। We will read from 69 verse, page 151. विज्ञानमात्मेति परे आहुः क्षणिकवादिनः यतो विज्ञानमूलत्वं मनसो गम्यते स्फुटम् अहं वृत्तिरिदं वृत्तिः इत्यन्तःकरणं द्विधा विज्ञानं स्यादहं वृत्तिः इदं वृत्तिर्मनो भवेत् अहं प्रत्ययबीजत्वम् इदं वृत्तिरिति स्फुटम् अविदित्वा स्वमात्मानं बाह्यं वेत्ति न तु क्वचित्. So, we were seeing the various schools of philosophies and their positions with respect to the nature of self. After discriminating between Kutastha and Jeev, Vedanta Swami has gone to the point that what is the say of other schools of philosophies, what others are talking about it. And what others are talking is not to tell that this is what they are saying. It is to take away the doubt within us only. Because we at time become Dehatmadi, we at time become Indriyatmadi, we at time becomes Pranatmadi, and we become the Buddhi Atmadi, Manatmadi. So to take away those false notions in us, Vedanta Swami has started that discussion. That how they are not right. How they are not right means how we are not right when we think like that. At different times, we assume different identifications, and those identifications are not logically correct. Sometimes we become Charvak. Sometimes this question may have come whether I had past birth or not. Whether really there is another birth. Really there is Atma existing. Let us enjoy this present time. Nothing else is there. Only seen is there. This body is seen. Who has seen Atma? Who has seen God? At times it may come to a person. So, 4 points were dealt: Dehatmadi, Indriyatmadi, Pranatmadi, and Manatmadi. And on Buddhi we were seeing that. So when these 4 were seen, then what was the point? What was the point? 3, 4 points always keep. That Deha, Indriya, Pran and Man, number 1 point, they are inert and I am consciousness. Number 2 point, they are many, I am one. Number 3, they are modifying, I am non-modifying. Number 4, they are agama painaha, they come and go, but I don't come and go. Because of the difference in the nature or characteristic, these 4 things I am not. Indri, Deh is inert, Indri is inert, because they themselves don't have any consciousness of their own. Mind is inert, Pran is inert. Then there are many shapes body takes, many shapes Pran takes. Then they are modifying. Then they are agama baina. They are coming, they are going. So these things we have to keep in our mind. And after keeping in your mind, you please now, when I say certain experience is there, that I am talking or I am walking. So I am talking, this is which pranatmavadi? Which vadi? I am talking. Indriyatmavadi. When I am saying I am fat, Deyatmavadi. When I am saying I am tired, Pranatmavadi. When I am saying I am happy, Manatmavadi. So we take this shape every second moment only. And it appears as very true and confirmed knowledge. It appears as that this is the last and final thing is there. So these things we saw. How much it will resolve your problem depends how much you have dispassion and how much you repeat the ideas and repeat the understanding which you have already understood. So it is not the understanding which will solve the problem. It is repetition of the understanding which is called meditation that will help a lot. We are shuttling between these 4, 5 only, wholly. We are not coming to the pure self. Sometime I go in this Atmavadi station, sometime I am in Mano Atmavadi station, sometime in Buddhi Atmavadi station, etc. Never we are without any of these 5 things. Very rarely. So let us now see the Buddhi one which we started yesterday. What is that? Please see. Now Kshanikvad was discussed. Please understand what is Kshanikvad. What Kshanikvad says, 69 shlok, we already saw. So, Kshanik Atmavadi, what do they say? They say that supposing you have any experiences there. So I saw this flower. So when I saw this flower, so there was already aham vritti existing. So whole day there is one thought, aham vritti, coming, going, coming, going, coming, going. And when I have experience of a certain object, then you say, I know this flower. So there are 2 vritti now. One is the inert aham vritti. They are saying, we are not saying. One is the chetan aham vritti. So aham vritti is the knower of the idam vritti. I know the flower. Nothing wrong in it. It is fine. And after that, I shifted attention and I know the book now. So this duet of aham, I know the flower, this aham vritti and idam vritti went away. Now another aham vritti has come, which is saying, I know the book now. Now I leave it and I know the mic, third aham vritti came. Now I know the wall, another aham idam comes. So there is a continuous change of aham vritti. I know the mic, I know the paperweight, I know the wall, I know the man. This way, whole day there has been a set of aham idam, which is continuously coming. His point is clear. So what is wrong in what they say? They say this idam vritti is the mind and aham vritti is the vijnanmay kosh. But all aham vritti are same or different? Not different. Why different? Because one aham vritti, one knower cannot be knower another knower. While I am knowing the flower, this knower cannot be I know the book. And I am knowing the book, this cannot be I know the wall. And this, the knower of that, the wall knower cannot be the man knower. Man knower cannot be the sun knower. Sun knower cannot be the garden knower. Garden knower cannot be the woman knower. Woman knower cannot be the food knower. Food knower cannot be the ball knower. And therefore there are as many idam vrittis there, so many are the aham vrittis. But, but, they all are Chetan. Aham vritti is Chetan. Why it is Chetan? Because it is knowing. They said, because aham vritti is knowing, therefore aham is Chetan. I hope you are catching my point. Nee? So there are many aham vritti. But I feel I am the one because I am in all. Only you are feeling it because the speed with which the aham vritti is coming, that manyness you are seeing in a flow, and there is the illusion that I am the one. Like there is a flow, there is an illusion that there is a one flame, although flame is coming, going, flame is coming, going, flame is coming, going, flame is coming, going. Although, I hope you are understanding, the Ganges are there. So water is coming and going, flowing. But you see from the top, you will see only one water is there. This is their point, which is right also, wrong also. What is something is right? The right is that they are right in aham idam vritti goes. And between two aham vritti, what is there? But if two is there, you said one aham vritti, between that there is no aham vritti. So between two, what is there? They say, listen, when aham vritti and idam vritti is not there, Vijnān virati supti, a person will go to sleep. Absence of aham vritti and idam vritti is called sleep. Oh, yes. So what you want to say now? I want to say that वो क्या कहने लोग सोचते हैं between two aham vritti, that means they are not saying that between two aham vritti there is a consciousness. They are saying between two aham vritti there is shunya. There is nothing. It is called nihilism. And if the vritti are not there, then you will go to sleep. And what is in sleep? Nothing. No consciousness is there. Nothing. You are saying consciousness is there. Why don't you experience if consciousness was there? They are saying, I am not saying. They are saying that in the deep sleep, if consciousness was there, why didn't you experience that consciousness? But you say you don't know anything. And therefore, between two vritti, there is nothing. In the deep sleep also there is nothing. And from nothing, this is called yogachar. Yogachar is going to become shunyavadi. This is called kshanik vijnanvadi. And kshanik vijnanvadi is becoming shunyavadi. This is clear. I hope you will be fine. Not fine, then we will see again. See 70 श्लोक. देखो कैसी बात बोल दिया उन्होंने. In the deep sleep, there is nothing. Then how do you wake up from that shunya? The aham vritti and idam vritti again comes. Not from consciousness. Hello. They said you don't experience consciousness at all. You are experiencing only aham vritti and idam vritti. And whole world is only vritti only. You are not experiencing anything else. You are experiencing vritti only. You We are not experiencing Mike. We are experiencing Mike's vritti. See 70th shlok. Aham vrittiridam vrittihi antah karanam dvidha vijnanam syadaham vrittihi idam vrittirmano bhavet. I hope you are understanding that. 71st shlok you saw. 70th we saw. Now see. Aham pratyya bijatvam idam vrittiridisputam. The aham vritti is bijatvam. Bijatvam means it is a seed. And from that idam vritti is coming. Because without aham vritti, you cannot know anything outside. Aviditva, swayam atmanam aviditva, without this knowing kshanik atma, they call this momentary atma. This aham vritti, they say there is nothing called atma. Then what do you experience? Only it is a momentary atma. Ephemeral atma. Bayam vetina tukachit. If this is not there, you won't see anything outside. This has become subtler now. I hope you are understanding that. I'll come to it where they are falling. I just want to tell what they are. If you have more appetite, you can know more. But just little, we'll see little and then we will find out. Let us see the next verse, 72 verse. Kshane kshane janmanasho aham vrittir mito yataha vijnanam kshanikam tena स्वप्रकाशम स्वतो मितेहे. देखो क्या लिखा है. अहम वृत्ते है. ऑफ दिस अहम वृत्ति व्हाट इज हैपनिंग? क्षणे क्षणे जन्म नाशम. इट इज बॉर्न, इट डाइज फॉर एवर. देन अनदर इज बॉर्न, अदर इज डाइड फ्रॉम अदर. अच्छा, हाँ. मितौ यतः are experienced. So this is experienced. Mitau yataha, this is experienced. Ma dhatu is there. So from ma mitau yatha, they are experienced. In known, they are known. Aham vritti, they are known because they are known. Cha. And ten, second line. Ten means therefore. Therefore, Vijnanam is kshanikam. This knowledge is momentary. Vijnanam is momentary. Achha? And what about where it gets light from? Power of knowing? Swaprakasham. It is self-effulgent. Wow. It's self-effulgent also, it dies also. Kamal hai. Wow, wow, wow. Sato mitehe, of itself, knowledge is of itself only. Sato mitehe. Achha, kya baat hai bhaiya? It is self-effulgent and dying also. A lot of falsies are there. The problem with them is that they have not seen the scriptures. They base themselves on logic only. If anything is known by itself, that means it is not known by anything else. And if it is dying and it is born, that means it is in time. That means it is in space. That means that birth and death will be known by something else. So whatever is self-effulgent is known by something else which is contradictory. It is known by something else also. It is self-effulgent also. This will be this will be contradiction. देखो विज्ञानम क्षणिकम तेन स्वप्रकाशम स्वप्रकाशम स्वतो भवे मितेः. From being, मितेः means that knowledge from being, it is of the nature of self-effulgence. I hope you are understanding. So if you are not understanding, don't understand, relax. And interesting thing is, this self-effulgent, because it is a vritti. So that vritti, anitya vritti pratibhimbit chitabhasa, that is it is along with the thought. So actually it is the reflected consciousness in the thought, but the object consciousness is not there, but reflected consciousness is there. Because it is reflected, because in every vritti there is a knowingness. If the knowingness was the nature of the vritti, then it would not go. And it will have same knowingness. But every vritti has different knowingness. If aham vritti had the nature of knowingness, then all vritti should have same amount of effulgence. But some effulgence is more self, some effulgence is less. I know this topic very well. I don't know that topic. Or I am not feel like knowing also. I am feeling dull also. If the self-effulgence was the nature of the vritti, then all vritti should have the same knowingness. See the problem here. And what will be the result? What will be the result of this? They are saying that this vritti, which is self-effulgent, is knowing idam vritti and is knowing itself also. Now tell me what is the problem? This vritti, aham vritti, is knowing idam vritti. It is knowing idam vritti and it is knowing itself also. Now tell what is the problem? If anything knows other, it's an action of knowing. And every action involves modification. Knower modifies, then only you can know. Action is when actor modifies. The action of knowing will always modify the knower, and therefore you are tired if you are knowing also. If you study something and you are constantly knowing, you get tired. Because there is an action. You are tired of thinking also sometimes. If you are preparing for a talk, sometimes you will be tired of thinking. Or you are writing notes, you will be tired of writing. Because I'm not all thinking, I want a rest, let me go out and relax. Go out and see who is doing what. Then, and talk to somebody, then I'll be tired. Are you getting? If aham vritti is knowing idam vritti, then it will modify. It will modify, it means the knowingness will modify. If knowingness was its nature, then it should not modify. Anything, if its nature, it will not modify. The sweetness of the sugar will not modify. The fire's heat will not modify. If aham vritti had its nature of self-effulgence, it won't modify. But if it is knowing something else, it will modify. And how can something know itself and know other also? By knowing itself means that becomes an object. I become subject and object. I know myself, that means I become a subject also, an object also. How can this subject become an object? So two fallacies. One is, if it knows idam vritti, it will modify. And then self-effulgence will not be the nature. Second is, if it knows itself, then there will be subject-object difference. Anything cannot be subject and object. You cannot know yourself objectively. We will collect all the topics. Topic is little subtle, don't worry. But you have to hear. Well, I don't want to hear. No, you have to hear. You have come here, now you have to hear. Okay. Now let us see the 73rd verse. You have to know it, otherwise when I gone to Sikkim and Darjeeling, so there were Buddhist monasteries. So I said, let's go there. So went to monasteries, monks are there. They have a dark maroon kind of attire, not the saffron color. Very dark maroon is there. So they have shaven and all these things are there. So meditating. So we ask, what are you doing? Well, we do meditation here. And they have a bell. In that bell, zzz, there is a slide. You know that? There is some, not that bell turn, that's the bell is there. Then we ask, what you are meditating on? Same thing, they say, nothingness. What about God? There is no God. What about Atma? There is no Atma. Lakhs of people. And if you don't know, you will feel, they are good. At least I am saved from my puja, etc. One way people drift to that area because they are saved from the rituals, pujas. You have a lot of thinking. You have to be clear what is there. Let us now see 73rd verse. Vijnanamaya koshoyam jiva ityagama jaguhu sarva samsara etasya janmanasha sukhadikaha. Only I am jiva, put in inverted comma. Vijnan maya koshoyam jiva. This is called jiva. Who? This Vijnanmaya kosha. One with aham vritti. So who is jiva? False continuous experience of different aham vrittis. What again say? Set of aham vrittis? No. False continuous experience of set of different aham vrittis. This is jiva. So that means jiva is false. Of course jiva is false. Other than jiva, I told you, don't trouble me. Nothing else is there. Don't make me irritated. Asking same question again. So you mean to say there is no Atma? No. And what is world? World is only thought. So that means I am not something stable. No. There is no consciousness. No. I told you that if your consciousness in the deep sleep would be there. Deep sleep, nothing is experienced. Etasya sarva samsara. To this continuity of false continuity of aham vritti is the whole sansar. It has desire. It has attachment. Janma nash sukhadika. Janma nash sukhadika. I hope you are. It must be appearing weird. But it is interesting. I'll come to it. Just give me some time. Give me some time. So already we have seen that vritti can't be self-effulgent. We have seen that subject cannot be object. Two things we already saw. Huh? And now we are seeing another thing. What about Shunyavad? I'll see that. Let me just complete this subject, then I'll come. Vijnanam kshanikam natma vidyud abhranimeshavat anyasyanupalabdhatva shunyam madhyamika jaguh. Vijnanam kshanikam natma. So this Vijnanam, this aham vritti is called Vijnanam. This is momentary. This is not Atma. Then what is it? Vidyut abhra nimeshavat. Nimesh means winking of the eyes. And abhra means the cloud. Lightning in the cloud, thunder, lightning comes in a moment, or it is like the winking. 74 shlok you see. Abhra means carrier of water. Up means jalam, bra means carrier. So, vibharti iti abhra. One who carries water is called abhra. So, vijnanam kshanikam atma vidyut abhra nimeshavat. Anyasya anupalabdhatvat. Anything other than kshanik is not experienced. Please be careful. They themselves were saying, Anyasya anupalabdhitvat, other than this momentary Atma you don't experience. But how do you say? Well, I am telling you, you hear what I am saying. But I experience something else also. You keep quiet. Let me first complete. Let me complete, then you have to answer. Okay, you continue. Anyasya Anyasya anupalabdhatvat. Now new thing has come up. Shunyam madhyamika jaguh. Bole shunya has come. Why? Where from shunya came? Earlier was momentary atma. Now it came to shunya also. Why momentary atma comes from shunya only? Bole achieve aadmi yaar tu. Between two aham vritti there is nothing. That is shunya. In the deep sleep also there is shunya. Mule, shall I start? No, I am completing. Don't start. Let me first complete what I have to say. Then you say. Fallacies you will see later on. Bole, you only see aham vritti. Bole, I am seeing you. You are seeing the thought, not me. Huh? You are seeing the thought of this body. Who is seeing? This one aham vritti is seeing. And when you see something else, another aham vritti says. Because the first knower cannot be the knower of two. Knower number one is seeing known one. Known, I saw that another lady. Known number two. Then I saw a child. This is known number three. How can knower number two be the knower number three? Therefore I am saying all knowers are different. And if there are two knowers in between, there should be absence of both the knower. Like two fingers are, absence is between both the fingers. No, nothing is in between. And that is what I am calling shunya. I hope you are understanding. Now it is full of fallacies. I don't know how they believe in it. It is full of loopholes. And now we'll see a few points about. Although Vedanta Swamiji has not given too much about. He has assumed that we will understand the loopholes. He has overestimation about us. And big people were there. Nagarjuna and all these. Now, please note few points. Point number one, I told also, if the aham vritti is knowing, it can't be self-effulgent because it is modifying. Number 2 point was, their subject cannot be object. Third point. Now this Vedanta is answering them. You are talking about Shunya Shunya many times. Nihilism is there. As yesterday also this was said. How will you know the continuity that if how will you prove that I alone was in the morning? Because the morning ahamvritti and now ahamvritti has changed. It has already died. Morning ahamvritti, 6 o'clock morning ahamvritti, supposing this was K1, and now 9 o'clock morning ahamvritti is now K10. So this, but I know that I was there during that time. How will I know unless I was there also and now also? How will you prove the memory? This we saw yesterday. So continuity of my existence cannot be proved if between the vritti there was absence of consciousness. Because that vritti has gone, it is dead. And new aham vritti has come. Because you said knower 1 cannot be knower 2. So what you say, consciousness was there? Of course. How come? I am saying there's a pure sheet of consciousness. Vedanta is saying. And because of the vritti, aham vritti, there's a reflected consciousness in the aham vritti. And it came and it went away. Now 9 o'clock, because I was the same, therefore I remember, because I was still there, the one who experienced, he was still there, that and same I was there. If it had broken its link, then I cannot experience the continuity of my existence. Continuity of my existence is not an illusion. Only but that ahamvritti went away. Which one? K1. My dear, it has gone into unmanifest. It has not went away forever. It has gone into subconscious, it has gone into unmanifest. And when I am remembering, somebody asks, what you did at 6 o'clock? What time you got up in the morning? So, now that one who had known that I got up at 5 o'clock, that K1 comes out because it has gone into unmanifest. And unmanifest can be there only when consciousness is there. Without consciousness, unmanifest cannot be there. Because unmanifest is of nature of ignorance. For ignorance, you need a knowledge. Knowledge, without knowledge, ignorance cannot be there. Unmanifest samskar cannot be there on something unless there is a consciousness. I hope you are catching. Muli again, please say again. Please say once more. Stanley getting it? I ask you, by what time you slept, Kaushiki, last night? No, but approximately you lied down what time? 10:30 you lied down. Now you know what has happened? That when I asked, that knower which was at 10:30 p.m. last night, it jumped out. It jumped out. And that is telling that I had slept. Now note my point. That means it has gone into unmanifest for some time. And that unmanifest still is there. For being unmanifest, you have to have one consciousness on which unmanifest is there. And same unmanifest is reflecting now that today I am the reader, or I am the writer, or I am the listener. So if you break in between, that there were only two different knowers and in between there was nothing, so you cannot prove the continuity of existence of yourself, and you cannot prove memory also. And also, this is the third problem. First two was, one was that it will not be self-effulgent, other is subject-object difference, third is absence of continuity of existence. And at one place Shankaracharya Bhagavan says that the problem will be who will get fruit of action, because knower one is no more now. Knower one is no more. So action knower one has done and actor one has done, and he has totally died off. This knower 10 is getting the fruit of action of the knower one. If they were totally different, then it is not a right system that you are giving fruit to somebody else who is not the doer at that time. This is the fourth problem. बहुत सोचा गया है. You think that, we are very good thinkers. We are very good thinkers, we are advanced, and this Hinduism is not a proper philosophy. You don't know how much they have thought. And if you see others, they are like pygmies in front of these thoughts. Pygmies they are there. Well, tell me one thing. 4 problems sorted out. You don't believe that in the deep sleep there was a shunyatvam. There was nothing. No. Well, why do you say? Because there is no experience. There is no experience. Absence of experience doesn't mean absence of object. In the darkness I don't experience doesn't mean there is nothing. Absence of proof does not mean proof of absence. Absence of proof doesn't mean proof of absence. Because I don't see that, that doesn't mean it is not there. That is your problem, you don't see. I don't experience where is my key gone in the dark. It doesn't mean it is not there. Well, how will you say like that? I will say like that. How? This is called pratyabhijna praman. Before sleeping in the night, didn't you say that I am going to sleep? Well, I said. After getting up in the morning, what do you say? I got up. Well, I said. Is it not you say the same person who went to sleep has got up? Well, yes, I said like that. If the same person who went to sleep is the one who got up, that means during the sleep he has to be there. If he had disappeared, if you say nothing was there, that means after sleeping you should not get in that person. You say, I don't know who had slept. Your experience should be, you should not know that who has slept now. Well, did you sleep? Well, somebody slept, I don't know. Pratyabhijna means, please note, I have told this many times. Earlier also this topic had come. What I experience, I have the memory of the same. Wife got up in the morning and saw husband. So she saw one person, but with the memory, she had seen that the husband is there. So perception is of the same as whose memory is there. This is called pratyabhijna praman. Not pranam, praman. Rahu grasta divakarendu sadrisha maya samachhadanat sanmatra karanopasamharata yo bhut sushupta prama yo bhut sushupta puman pragap swap samati prabodh samay ya pratyabhijnayate tasmai shri gurumurtaye namaidam shri dakshinamurtaye. This is dementia. What is dementia? Dementia is I see a person, but there is no memory to tell he is the same one. Perception is there, but memory is not. He is the same one whom I married. He is the same one who is my child. That memory is not there. That is called dementia. In dementia, there is no absence of perception. There is absence of remembrance that he is the same person. Because I got up in the morning and because I had the knowledge, I am the same one who slept. That means during the sleep, if it had nothing was there, then how can this be found again? That means during the sleep it was already continuous. It was hidden by thought of ignorance or thought of nidra, thought of absence. Thought of absence had overpowered me. The darkness, like the darkness overpowers the room. If darkness overpowers the room, does not mean nothing is in the darkness. You cannot say in the deep sleep nothing was there. And only absence was there. You cannot say. Absence of proof doesn't mean proof of absence. It is not the proof of absence that nothing was there. But there is no light. Similarly, in the deep sleep, there is no light. Light, the abhavakara vritti has overwhelmed me. And therefore I can't see myself. Therefore, fifth point is what? Nothingness is wrong in the deep sleep. And you get up in the morning and then you say, I slept well. That means somebody was there. I did not know anything. How can you say I did not know anything unless you were there? To make any statement of the deep sleep, you should be there. I said there is nobody in the room. You cannot say there is nobody in the room unless you are there. To prove the absence, the presence has to be there. Otherwise you cannot make any statement about that. Supposing I say, right now, who is there in the kitchen? Well, I don't know. Why? Because I'm not there. When I am there and nobody is there, then I can say in the kitchen nobody is there. Are you clear? Yes, nobody is there. I am alone there. So in the deep sleep, you are saying nobody was there. Nothing was experienced. To experience this, you have to be there. And therefore you cannot say that in the deep sleep nothing was there. I hope you are clearer. Only I am getting it now. I am getting it now. Quite airtight it is. Don't think that we are just believing. The Hindus are just believing anything. And we are very logical. And you experience the freshness. You experience freshness of that. That means there was joy in the deep sleep. That means, what that means? That means the self is of the nature of joy. That means self is of the nature of joy. This is called Anuman Brahman. If somebody has come, and his hairs are wet, and his clothes are wet, then you will say, I think you got drenched or what somewhere. You got wet somewhere. How did you know? Because of Anuman Brahman. I can see that he is wet totally. Anuman Brahman is there. Because after getting wet, I feel very rejuvenated. I feel fine. I feel energetic. Sometime before sleeping, I say, I cannot talk at all. Don't ask me anything. Very tired now. After getting up, again you start talking. That means something must have happened. Something has taken away the tiredness. The joy had come back. This is one point. I hope you have got the point. And this one or two verses are there. Let us now see 75th verse. 75th verse, this Buddhist is quoting Taittiriya Upanishad. That he is saying in Taittiriya it is said, Asad ev idam agre asit. In the beginning there was the asat, non-existence. But he has forgotten that their non-existence is for unmanifest. I told also. Let us now see. Asad ev idamityadau. Please raise the volume. You had breakfast. Asad ev idam ityadau idameva shrutam tatah ज्ञान ज्ञेयात्मकं सर्वं जगद भ्रांति प्रकल्पितम. Now asad ev idam, this should be in inverted comma. So this is there in Taittiriya Upanishad. Idam and ado means a similar statement. Shrutam tatah, this has been heard. So Buddhists say whole world is Gyan Gyatmakam, play of Aham Vritti and Idam Vritti. And therefore Jagat Bhranti Prakalpitam. And therefore everything is false. Why? Because Idam Vritti anyway is false. And Aham Vritti coming and going also false. So everything is mithya, everything is false. We had seen 5 point or 6 point? 5 point. This is the 6th one now. Everything is false. Everything is false. Why? Because Idam Vritti is changing and Aham Vritti is changing. Both are changing. And sometimes to say somebody is false, you know what they say? I think you are just thinking on. It is just a thought. You have to say something that somebody, I think, Swami Abhedananda say, no, I'll say no, it's your thought. So when you use the word thought, that means not real. It's only your thought. It's only your mind. So he is saying that you don't experience object, you experience the thought, which is right. They are close to Vedanta. He said, experience thought, accept this portion. But not only I experience the thought. So you mean to say Jagat is mithya. I also accept Jagat is mithya. And Buddhists also accept Jagat is mithya. Yes. Why? Because it is only a thought. But what is the difference? Very big difference is there between their mithya and our mithya. What is that? Let us see the next verse, 76th verse. Niradhisthana vibhrantehe abhavadatmanostita shunyasya sakshitvat Anyatha noktirashyate. I hope you are clear. When you go in your room, try to chant it also. You break and chant. Well, I only broken. I can't chant. I have no time. And if you chant alone, then you will see how you falter. You will falter, you will don't know where to break. Then you can again refer. So now, he is saying now, Mr. Buddhist, tell me, Buddhist said, you also say mithya, world is, I also say mithya, we are one, let's shake hand. Bole, no, don't shake hand. Why? Because there is a big difference. What is the difference? You say world is mithya. Huh? Yes, I say. But Vedanta, you also say, no, listen. When you are talking, I'm not speaking. Learn to listen in life. When somebody is speaking, learn to keep quiet and listen. Okay. Now tell me, is mithya without any substratum? See their point. Your mithyatva is without substratum. Give me one example in the world where something is false, but it is not having any substratum of truth. Give me one example. Bole mirage. Mirage is because of the sand. Bole sky. Sky is because of the space. Bole this, say he is speaking false. That must be something true only, then only he can speak false. If there was nothing true, you cannot say he is speaking false. Bole his makeup is false because he has a true face behind that. Therefore you can say makeup is false. Dekho kya interesting points are there. See, vibhrantehe niradhishthan vibhrante abhavad. There is no possibility of substratum-less illusion. There is no possibility of substratum-less illusion. I hope you are understanding. Please. Substratum-less illusion. There has to be something. And with you, your problem is whole world is idam and aham. And other than aham vritti, there is nothing. Now there is no substratum for your falseness. And therefore, what you want to say? I say consciousness is there. Atmana astita. There is a consciousness. Acha, tell me one thing. You say that there is only shunya. Is it not? Well, of course. Acha, that shunya is with sakshi or without sakshi? Is it with witness or without witness? Bole, without witness. If it is without witness, then how can you say it is there? Nobody has seen it. Well, with witness. With witness, that means there is a consciousness there. So both ways you are caught up. There is a sixth flaw in their thinking. Shunyasyapi sasakshitvat anyatha nokti asya ukti anyatha asya ukti na bhavati. It is no, you cannot say that Sakshi is there. Shun is there. Both way you say. Either you say Sakshi, Shun is with Sakshi. Then I have no problem. Then that Shun is equal to ignorance. Or Nidra Vritti. Either you say that Shun does not exist. Because you are saying Shun is known, then only you can talk about it if something is known. So Shunyasyapi sasakshitvat anyatha asya ukti na bhavati. Please revise it, concept subtle. I will appreciate if you can write it, pen down, because after 1 month if you go and see, it will all evaporate. So that you have an understanding. Firm knowledge only helps. Assimilated knowledge helps. Like digested food only makes the health. Digested knowledge only makes the health. If you forget it, knowledge will not be firm. We will see more tomorrow. Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari.